Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another video in the Level Up series. Now today I'm giving you guys my favorite EQ mixing tip, and trust me when I say it's a good one. It's a secret. It is a gem of a mixing tip. Now, as usual, these episodes are sponsored by Element Store, my sample pack store, where we just dropped a new sample pack. Make sure to click the link down below. You can always save 20% with the code YouTube. Now, without further ado, let us jump into the video, shall we?
Time to level up, go!
Alright guys, so we are in the project of a recent single of mine called I Do featuring Drama B. And the trick I'm gonna show you guys, it's sidechaining within the FabFilter Pro Q3 EQ. Now you can also do this in plugins like the Track Spacer or in Waves F6, I think, but my weapon of choice is always the Pro Q3. Now, in this instance, I'm gonna show you two examples. The first one is the vocals and the synth in the verse. I feel like they were clashing a little bit, so we're gonna do this trick to actually free up some room for the vocals. Let me just play it for you guys.
Better man, better man, better man, ooh. I done came up with the cheddar man, meaning man. Ooh, I can't lie, I'm doing better man, ooh. I done let it down, no settlements, ooh.
Alright, so that's it. I felt like the vocals were clashing a little bit with the synth here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to load up a Pro Q3 on the vocals. I'm going to load up a Pro Q3 on the synth. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to sidechain the vocal group to the synth here. And then we click down in the analyzer, click on the vocal group. And then when we play the synth and the vocal,
better man, better man, better man, ooh.
We can see these red areas that are actually frequencies where they clash with each other. So what I'm going to do,
better man, better man, better man, ooh. I done came up
is create two wide bands here just for the example. You can also do some very notch stuff, but for this example, I'm just going to create two wide bands. We are going to make them dynamic, and we press the auto button and the sidechain button. We can adjust the threshold here on the band. We do the same thing for the other one here. We make it dynamic, downwards, press the auto, press the sidechain. And now, when I press play, we are having sidechaining. So the synth is ducking in these particular frequencies whenever the vocals clashes with them, giving more space for the vocals to breathe in the mix, which in this instance is the more important part. Let me just play it.
better man, better man, better man, ooh. I done came up with the cheddar man, meaning man. Ooh, I can't lie, I'm doing better man, ooh. I done let it down, no settlements, ooh.
So in this particular example, of course, I made it a little bit extreme with the 6 dB. Normally, I would do anywhere from like 2 to 4 dBs of gain reduction and maybe even some like more narrow cues here. Now, let's just play it in context before and after so you can hear what's going on. So this is before.
Better man, better man, better man, ooh. I done came up with the cheddar man, meaning man. Ooh, I can't lie, I'm doing better man, ooh. I done let it down, no settlements. Better man, better man, better man, ooh. I done came up with the cheddar man, meaning man. Ooh, I can't lie, I'm doing better man, ooh. I done let it down, no settlements, ooh.
So if you notice, actually, we don't have these periods where the vocals are being kind of muffled by the synth. So we can always hear what the vocals are saying and pronouncing 100% in front of the mix. This is a crazy trick, not only for vocals and synths, but also for kick and bass. Let me show you an example. So we're moving on to the drop here of this track, and I figured we could do the same trick on the main group of basses and leads and the kick. Let's see what we got here.
I do this. I do this. I do.
This drop is so fire. Okay, so we're gonna take the leads group, which also contains the basses here. We are going to load up a Pro Q3. We actually already have a Pro Q3 here. And what I'm going to do here is I'm gonna load up an instance of this on the kicks here. We already have a Pro Q3 as well. Now what I'm going to do is I'm gonna sidechain the kick here. Let's see, drum kicks. Bam, it should be that one. Yes. So I'm going to sidechain the kicks to the basses. So we can see what's clashing here.
I do this.
Obviously in the low end as expected. So what we're going to do here is we're going to apply the same sidechain trick. So every time the kick hits now, we have the Procure 3 on the bass group ducking the basses. Because the kick is not sustained at all and it's just like a very short trappy kick, we're only getting the reduction of these frequencies whenever the kicks are hitting, which is like very, very short periods. But it allows for the kick to punch through in the mix while still retaining the low end of the basses. So let me show you. Let's just make it a little bit extreme so you can hear the difference.
I do this. I do this. Do it.
So let's just make it super extreme for you guys to actually hear the pronounced effect of what we're doing here. So let's solo the kick and leads. So as you can tell, we're getting a super dope sidechain effect where we're not like completely losing the basses, but we're taking a lot out of them to make the kick punch through. And this is a major key if you want your kicks to punch through in your productions. I also do sidechain my basses externally besides the Procure 3, but this is a super cool mixing trick to kind of glue stuff together in your mixes. Now another great example of this is in my track Takeover, where on the drop I have vocals and like a bunch of super sauce synths. Sounds like this. Now in this instance, I also sidechained the synths to the vocals, so there was actually room for both on the drop because there was a lot happening.
Time to level up, go!
You have a lot of application possibilities with this trick. I've used it on vocals and synths. I've used it on kick and bass. I've used it on hi-hats and snares. I've used it on a lot of different things. And it is a great tool that not a lot of people know of to make room in your mixes and make your stuff breathe. So not everything is clashing with each other. Also, just using the visual side of the Procure 3 in an analyzer to see where stuff is clashing is a major help in your mixes. So that's basically it for this video, guys. I wanted to do a little bit of a shorter video since honestly, I've been spending like 1 to 2 full work days on producing content for the channel, and I have a lot of work at the moment with sound design, so I'm kind of trying to do some shorter videos here. Now, guys, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like button, comment down below, and let me know if you actually used this trick or if you didn't know about it. I'm kind of curious to know how many of you guys actually know about this trick. Anyway, guys, I will see you in the next one. Peace.
Time to level up, go!